Hello, it's Rebecca here from Precious Pages Papercraft, and today I'm designing a layout for Bramble Fox using some items from the June Fox box as well as an older Fox cut stencil. It's Fox cut number 23 and also some older arrow perspectives that are still available in the store. I think they're called Arrows version 4 and they're available in different colours, but I've got them in black. Now the items I'm using from the Fox box today, I've got the story title, which is a lovely black acrylic. It's a nice shiny black as well. And then I've got these 3 little word strips that came in the Fox box, and I adore these. They remind me of the Tim Holtz stickers you get in the notepads. And they're just gorgeous. The etched detailing on them is fantastic, and they all say really lovely little sentiments. So I'm going to go use those as well. And whenever I see black perspectives, I always think of the Simple Stories collection I've pulled out here. It's Simple Vintage Lemon Twist, and it's got yellows, sort of turquoises, and then it's got black in it. And I always reach for this when I see black perspex. So today is no different, as you can see. And I've pulled out my hexagon nesting dies, and I've cut some hexagons from lots of the pattern papers, going for a mix of colours. Now I initially went for that yellow paper because it had bumblebees on it, and I was going to use some of the Bramble Fox bumblebee perspectives. And then when I went to get them out, I realised I'd used them all and I don't have any left, which was really sad. But nevertheless, I've used that paper anyway because it's gorgeous. It's nice summery paper. And it goes really well with my photo as well, which is of my little boy sitting amongst some daffodils. Really loves daffodils, bless him. They're my mum's favourite colour, favourite flower. So whenever we see them, he wants to pose for a photo with them. And we were just going for a walk to the local park, sort of at the end of our road, and he saw these and wanted to stop and have a look at them. So that's my photo. I'm using Fox Cut 23 here. I love this stencil, lots of different leaf designs on it, and I'm using it to almost create my own embellishments here. So I'm using it with some Distress Oxides and a blending brush, and I'm mixing 2 colours together. I've got Mermaid Lagoon, I can't speak today, sorry, Mermaid Lagoon and Mauve Lawn. And the reason I've mixed them is because I was trying to replicate that tealy sort of turquoisey colour that comes in the Simple Stories collection, and it also matches the jumper that my little boy is wearing in the photo. I've turned my photo black and white for this layout, and then I've retouched the colour in certain areas. So I've made the daffodils and the stalks coloured, and my little boy as well, but everything else you see in the background has been left black and white. So I love doing that effect on photos, especially if you've got lots of colours in the background and they don't really work together, or they don't go with a collection you want to use. So it's fantastic to do that, and I use an app on my phone for that, and it's really easy. But yeah, I wanted to replicate that tealy turquoisey colour, so I've mixed the 2, and then I felt like they needed a little bit of drama. So because I've got lots of black elements on the page, I decided to draw around them with a black gel pen, and then I'm just going to fussy cut those out and use those as some embellishment. So it's a great way to use a stencil, especially if you haven't got any embellishments or die cuts in the colour or the style that you want. Stencils are fantastic for creating your own. So let's get through the rest of that for you. It's a little bit boring to watch. And you can see I've trimmed down those stenciled pieces that I'd made. They were just a little bit too long to hide behind my photo, so I've just trimmed the ends off and plan to just use those. And this layout's come together really quickly. I've just placed all the hexagons on my background, sort of mixing up the sizes. So I've got some large, some medium and some small, overlapping some of them, and then others I'm not, especially when my photo is going to cover. It seemed a bit pointless overlapping them there because that space is wasted behind my photo. And then it's just a case of getting things stuck down now. So most of the hexagons I'm going to stick down flat, but the smaller ones that overlap I am going to raise up on foam to bring in a little bit of dimension, because it's something I love to have on my pages. It really bugs me when I create a layout that looks really flat. I like to have things raised up and sort of edges curled up or distressed and layered. It just makes me much happier. So I use double-sided or adhesive craft foam for that, which is really cheap to get hold of on Amazon or somewhere. I get through quite a bit of it as well, as you can imagine. And I always like to add a bit behind my photo as well and raise that up just to help to keep it the focal point. But it's coming together nicely now. I'm just working my way around getting things stuck in place. I've added some little foam pads behind those leaves that I've cut from the stencil, and then just with a bit that I had left over, I've added some leaves over to the left as well. I'm going to move them, there we go, just moving them slightly so that they're sort of hanging out in the white space as opposed to over the pattern paper. And then it's a case of just getting my perspectives in place. So I've popped my title on that large teal coloured hexagon because I thought it would really stand out and be really bold and vivid against that colour, so it doesn't get lost at all. So that's over on the left there. And then I'm just going to scatter those strips of words around. So the one at the top there on the right has got a little love heart etched into it and it says just lovely. The one on the furthest left has got another love heart again and it says it's the little things. And then the one just underneath my photo, it says this is the life. And I loved all of those sentiments. They're so lovely and they'd work for so many different things. Layouts for children, pets, family occasions, days out, weddings, holidays. They can just be used for anything. And I'm hoping that Morag makes more of these in different colours because I do think they are so easy to use and they're just beautiful. I love the way that etched detail appears white in those perspectives. It's just really lovely. So yes, hint hint, Morag, we would like more of these in lots of different colours, please. Just finishing up now, I've added a couple of butterflies from that Simple Stories collection and just a few leaf clusters around my photo. I'm also going to bring in a couple of little bumblebees because, like I said, I've run out of my Bramble Fox bumblebees. I do think they're still available in the store, so I will need to get myself some more. And those are great for like spring and summer layouts. And there's a few bee-related titles in the store as well. I think there's like Be Kind, Be Sweet or something like that. I think I've used before, nice yellow set. But yeah, there's lots of bee-related goodies in the store, so do check those out. I stuck my butterflies down just the centre part of the body to my background, and then I leave the wings flapping free for a little bit more dimension, and then I can kind of fold them up and it looks like those butterflies are real and they've just landed on my layout, which I always think is really pretty. So I never stick my butterflies down flat. And now I'm coming in with those gorgeous arrow perspectives, and these are available I think in like black, white, red, I want to say teal, but I'm not sure, maybe pink. There's different colours in the store, so do check these out. And again, these are something that would work for any layout. So I've just bought 2 of those in. I've used the smaller ones from the set. I'm just going to have one on the left and one on the right. And then I'm just finishing up with some Spiegel Mum Scraps sequins. I think this set is called Simply the Zest, and it was created to go with this Simple Stories collection. So you've got blacks, turquoises, and kind of yellows and goldens in there. It works really nicely with these perspectives as well. So I've just added a few clusters of those, and that is me done. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this layout and it gives you some inspiration. Like I said, I absolutely adore the perspectives I've used today from the June Fox box, and I really do hope that we'll see more of these in the store. So I will leave some links in the description box for you to our Facebook Friends Facebook group. Facebook Friends? Bramble Fox Friends Facebook group. Head on over and join there for loads of inspiration and weekly lives and our monthly challenge. And I'll also leave a link to the store down below so you can check out all the new goodies and the Fox box. And if you're not a Fox box subscriber, you really should think about it. We also have the Fox box Plus, so as well as getting all the perspectives, you also get a Fox cut stencil, some paper snips, and also some epoxy flare stickers. So definitely worth subscribing to the Fox box Plus. But thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time.